Dear brothers, what's up, boys? Happy Monday. Hope you guys had an incredible weekend. I had the famous double up where my college team won on Saturday. NFL team kicks butt on Sunday. So my Tennessee boys, my Patriots, rocking right now. 5 in a row for the Drake May-led New England Patriots. Gosh, it feels good. Feels good. Meanwhile, everyone else is still a dumpster fire. Nonetheless, even after such an incredible weekend, family came to visit, met my little girl, or hung out with my little girl. Can't beat it. You still have to get up on Monday morning and get back after it. And so that's going to be kind of our conversation this morning, is on getting up in the morning and what that looks like, and our obsession, if you will, with the snooze button and how we approach that. And so one of my favorite ways to do so is reading. If you guys haven't read Meditations, which is kind of the journal entries of Marcus Aurelius, you should. It's one of those books where I tell people to keep a copy on them or on their Kindle or on their phone. And if they are waiting for the tires on their truck to get fixed, or if they are waiting at a doctor's appointment, pull up something like Meditations and read it. Pull up the Discourses by Epictetus. Read that. Have the Bible app on your phone. Read that. Have something that has some short, sweet proverbs in it that you can read through. Now, what I want to get into today is actually in book 5 of Meditations, and this is one of my favorite. This might be my favorite little section of his journals. And this is what he says. I'm going to read it to you guys, and then we're going to go through it real quick. He says, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into the world to do? Or is this what I was created for? To huddle under the blankets and stay warm. But it's nicer here. So you were born to feel nice instead of doing things and experiencing them? Don't you see the plants, the birds, the ants, and spiders and bees going about their individual tasks, putting the world in order as best they can? And you're not willing to do your job as a human being? Why aren't you running to do what your nature demands? But we have to sleep sometime. Agreed. But nature set a limit on that, as it did on eating and drinking, and you're over the limit. You've had more than enough of that, but not of working. There you're still below your quota. You don't love yourself enough, or you'd love your nature too, and what it demands of you. People who love what they do wear themselves down doing it. They even forget to wash or eat." I love this opening section. And there are typically 2 responses that I will get from people, and I have had myself, when someone presents this to you. So if you are someone who is sleeping in all the time, or you're hitting the snooze button a lot, you are having trouble getting out of bed in the morning, you don't think of yourself as a morning person, whatever the thing is, and someone presents something to this like this to you, like, hey man, you're doing plenty of sleeping. You're not doing plenty of working. I have this conversation a lot with people that don't have time to work out. They're like, I don't have time to work out. I'm like, okay, can you get up a half hour earlier? That's all you need. They're like, well, it's hard. I'm tired in the mornings and blah, blah, blah. So they usually get a little butt hurt over you pointing out to them that they need to get up and get moving. And on the other end of the spectrum, you have people that go, man, yeah, that's true. I need to get moving. I need to get motoring. And even if you're in that second group, you still have those days where the snooze monster comes after you. I have guys that I work with who I'll get texts from and just be like, hey man, I'm so sorry. I didn't get after it this morning. Snooze monster got me. I'm going to get it in later. And one of the things I tend to point out when they say that is, hey, just make sure it's a one-off. This isn't a consistent thing. This doesn't constantly happen. However, one of the issues or one of the things that I find when it comes to this idea of having trouble getting out of bed is a lot of us are so aimless with what we're doing in life that we just want to stay in comfort. And I'm not saying to you that some days it's not great to sleep in and snuggle your wife and what have you. If you have young children, that's not really an option because, well, your young children are up and at 'em. However, for a lot of us, as time goes on, we just kind of want to stay in comfort. And there's nothing more true than that comfort is a slow death. It will slowly eat away at you. The more comfortable that we are with sleeping and eating and living a little more slovenly, the harder life ends up getting. And so one of the things that you guys need to pull away from this is that there is a limit on how much comfort you can have or how much sleep you can have. And I know we talk all the time about, well, you need to sleep at night. I say it too much, 6 to 8 hours every night. It's very important. You don't get stronger by lifting weights. You get stronger by recovering from lifting weights. However, when you start getting past the excesses of that, or you're not getting up on a consistent basis at the same time or within the same time frame, you're getting too much. You're bending the knee to the comforts in the morning and you're missing out. And you will always regret not getting up and getting to work. And I'm not just saying getting to work from I make money this way kind of perspective. The gifts that all of us individually have, the world needs. And work in the morning might be you journaling. Work in the morning is probably some combination of you working out. Work in the morning may actually be you working and doing what you do for a paycheck. Whatever that work is, as long as it is utilizing your gifts and or it is optimizing who you are so that you can go and contribute and bless others, that's ultimately what our goal is here. I think one of the big misconceptions we have in this world is that everything is about us. We are very individualized. Everyone says it's all about you. It's all about you. You need to handle this and your mental health needs to be here and everything needs to be looking into you internally. That's not good. The more you look inside at yourself or it's all about you, the worse you get. The more egotistical you are, the worse it gets. Think of everything that you do as a means to bless others. That includes getting up in the morning. And I will be the first to admit, I struggle with this. There are some days where I'm like, man, I'm going to stay here. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I don't want to get up. And then I have this little guilt trip that I kind of put myself through where I go, is my daughter worth getting up for right now and going into the gym? Is my daughter worth me getting up and spending some time in my Bible? Is my daughter worth me getting up and spending some time journaling? Is my wife worth all of those things? They need me at my best. And is this comfort worth more than being able to provide care, love, and lead them? The answer is unequivocally no. And I think all of us need to take a moment as we head into this week to really think about that, what our drive is in life, what our purpose is in life. And all of you have a unique purpose. One of them is to work. And again, that work doesn't have to be something that provides you money, but it needs to optimize who you are as a man so that you can go out and contribute and give the best of yourself to the world. And that doesn't happen when we are stuck in comforts. Sleep is just one of them. Food is another one. Drinking is another one. Those are all creature comforts most of us have. We're like, oh, well, it's hard for me to eat really well because, well, there's so many good foods and they're cheaper and, blah, 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 blah. It's just not true. None of that is true. Yes, processed foods are delicious. I love them. I think they're fantastic. Beer, it's delicious. I love it. You can put a cap on it, especially when it is limiting you from doing what you need to be doing for your family and for the world. And we have got to get away from this mindset that we should be seeking comfort. That's not life. And ironically, the more you seek comfort, the harder life is going to get. Finding ways to suffer well each day will allow you to be better for the ones you love. That starts with getting up in the morning. Set one time, get up every day at that time. One of the things that I'll do with guys is, especially in the beginning of trying to make a habit first thing in the morning, I pick a certain amount of days per week for them to do it. I say, hey, 5 out of 7 days this week, I want you up at 5 and doing whatever you need to be doing by 5:30, for instance. Maybe that's getting into the gym. Maybe that's journaling. Maybe that's reading. Maybe that's taking care of some things they haven't been able to because during the day they're with their kids. Whatever it ends up being, set that habit. And every week you check off on the fridge or on a piece of paper or in your phone, I don't care where, that you've done that. As a couple of months goes by, that's going to become your habit. But just understand that that habit can disappear quickly if we're not staying focused on it. And the way you stay focused on that is not, oh, I feel guilty, I didn't wake up this morning. Oh, well, I might as well just do it. I might as well just sleep in because whatever. No, you have family that rely on you. You have loved ones that rely on you. The community relies on you. The world needs your gifts. And when we seek comfort over giving those gifts to the world, we're in a direct dereliction of our duty that is God-given that we need to go and handle. Wake up. Go sharpen yourself, sharpen your mind, sharpen your body. The world needs that. Men need to lead in that way. Focus on that this week. Think on that this week. I love you all. God bless. Be strong. Let's get after it. Get some today, boys. See you.